Hello, friends! For our new series, we're talking about daring to do the right thing. Have you ever heard the words, "I double dog dare you"? Those 5 words can either make us really nervous or make us really brave. This month, we're not talking about the kind of dares that challenge you to drink a liquefied Happy Meal or lick a frozen telephone pole. We're talking about the kind of dare God gives us when He calls us to do something big and bold in His name. We're going to talk about someone from the Bible who dared to obey God, even when he was the only one obeying. We learned last month about God creating the first 2 people, Adam and Eve. They had kids, who had more kids, who had kids. Pretty soon, the earth was filled with people, but they started turning away from God and disobeying Him. It made God sad to see how they lived in disobedience, and He decided to flood the earth to wipe it clean. But God saw someone who was not disobeying. He saw a man who dared to do the right thing and had a good heart. That person was Noah. God told Noah that he was going to flood the earth and commanded Noah to build a big boat called an ark. God told Noah exactly how to build the ark, so Noah got to work. He hammered and sawed and worked so hard to build the big boat, exactly like God had told him to. God told Noah to bring 2 of every kind of animal onto the ark with him. He gathered a bunch of food and loaded all the animals onto the boat. He brought his family onto the boat. Then it started to rain, and it rained and rained for 40 days and 40 nights. After the rain stopped, Noah and his family waited on the waters to fade away so they could get off the boat. They waited a long time. Finally, when Noah thought the waters were gone, he released a bird from the boat. Then he released a dove. The dove flew around, then came back to the boat, so Noah waited longer. Then he set the dove free again. The bird flew around, and this time came back with an olive branch. Noah knew that meant there were trees out, but he still waited a bit longer. Then he released the dove one more time. The dove didn't come back, so Noah knew it was safe to get off the boat. Noah led his family and all the animals off the boat. Then he worshipped God and thanked Him for saving him. God put a rainbow in the sky and told Noah that was a sign that he would never flood the earth again. God was happy with Noah because Noah did the right thing, even when everyone else was disobeying. Do you ever feel like it's hard to do the right thing and obey God when others don't obey Him? We can be brave like Noah and follow God too. God wants us to obey Him, and I dare you to obey Him even when others don't.
We read Noah's story today.
All the people in the world were disobeying God and doing things they shouldn't do, but not Noah. God saw something different in Noah and was proud of how Noah was living.
Noah was living in a way that made God happy. He was loving toward others and did what was right.
The other people weren't obeying God by loving others and doing what was right. They were living in sin.
Noah lived his life obeying God because he loved God. It was hard for Noah to obey God when all the people around him didn't live like that.
Then Noah was given a dare or challenge by God. What was it?
God told Noah to build a big boat called an ark. Noah might have worried others would make fun of him, get mad at him, or think he was crazy. But Noah did what God wanted him to do, even when others weren't doing what God wanted them to do.
But Noah did what God wanted him to do, even when he was the only one following God. He built the boat, then loaded 2 of every clean animal and 7 of every unclean animal onto the boat.
Then it started raining like crazy. The earth flooded in that rainstorm, but Noah and his family and the animals were safe.
God protected them because of Noah's obedience. We can follow God too. Do you ever feel like it's hard to do the right thing and obey God when others aren't?
I know I do, but we can be brave like Noah and follow God too. God wants us to obey Him, and I dare you to obey Him when others don't.
Let's spend time talking with God in prayer.
Dear God, please help us be like Noah.
Help us dare to be brave and to obey You no matter what. We love You so much.
Amen.
Why don't we go and see what our big idea is for today?
Our big idea for this week is we can obey God, even when others don't. God gave Noah a really big challenge, and Noah was brave and did what God told him, even though nobody else was. I dare you to obey God, even if others aren't doing the same. Parents, you can find other lesson materials linked in the description box below, on our Destiny app, or on our website at discoverdestiny.org. Join us next week for the second week of Double Dog Dare.